The college football experience, New Mexico Lobos 2025 season preview episode on our Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at underdogfantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. Yeah, do that. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, everybody, Jim McMahon here, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome. Welcome to the college football experience. New Mexico Lobos 2025 season preview episode. We are here, youtube.com/the college experience. And hopefully, if you're real swift, you're going to listen to this whole episode, but also go check out the Jason Eck episode we did where he jumped on the show to talk about the future of the program and life in Albuquerque now that he's moved on from the Vandals of Idaho. I am very excited about this episode. To tell you the truth, I've been waiting for this one in a way because I feel kind of strongly about this team. So, yeah, we're going to talk all about it. We'll go through the schedule, every game by game on the schedule, talk about the state of the program, returning starters, transfer portal gets, stuff like that. State of the program. So, all right, we'll get there, but you're probably wondering who the hell you're listening to, and that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price, but no one touches Dundee.
Oh boy, I remember the days of Rocky Long. Bronco Mendenhall was his DC for a little bit there. And he was the head coach last year. We smashed the over. Myself, NC Nick, laughed our way to the bank. And they should have went bowling had they not collapsed against Montana State week 0. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience. And when hey, Lobo fans, hey, the Pit is the greatest venue maybe in all of college hoops. When the season goes live in basketball, we cover every game, every night of the entire damn season. So Lobo fans, hit that like and subscribe button. We're coming. Give it up for Farmer Stafford, Austin P with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Lawn Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yes, love the Lobos. Welcome to the Jason Eck era. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah, and you know, they've been playing football since 1892 there in Albuquerque. And you know, first, I mean, happy birthday, happy belated to Marv Levy, former head coach of the New Mexico Lobos. But look, they were rolling when I was getting into college football some. Well, I guess, you know, the 80s, they had some success with Joe Morrison, and then Dennis Franchione kind of brought some success back in the mid 90s. And then Rocky Long kind of took off with it, making 5 bowl games in 6 years. And obviously Brian Urlacher was a part of one of his teams, and they had it rolling. Bob Davie took them to a couple winning seasons as well, but it had been dark times really since 2017 to 2023, and really you could even throw in last year, although last year I think was the first sign of encouragement you saw with Devin Dampier. Now it was, I think, a little bit of heartbreak hotel for Lobo fans when Bronco Mendenhall went 5-7 in year one, almost made a bowl game, and you saw the flashes of the potential of years to come. And then Bronco Mendenhall, who was apparently living in Albuquerque, but his family was still living in Utah or Montana, whatever it was. His hometown job called in Utah State, and he left. And I know it's a sore subject with Lobo fans there, man. But here's what I'm saying. I'm a huge Bronco Mendenhall guy. I think he's a great football coach, but I'm also a huge Jason Eck guy, and that goes before I even interviewed him. If I host the FCS show, I thought he did one of the better jobs of coaching at Idaho over the past couple seasons. That I am convinced that they are still going in the right direction, and I think they rebounded well. Now, having said all of that, what do you make of Coach Eck, and what do you make of just 1 year of Bronco Mendenhall?
Well, I mean, we did Utah State already, and we did our coaches rankings. Everybody, I think, on this show knows how much we love Bronco Mendenhall and how good he is. Even the Lobo fans that are bitter know how good he is. To get that team to 5-7 with a 2.5 win total last year, right there knocking on a bowl game, was impressive. But hey, you guys got a ball coach here in Jason Eck. He did a great job at Idaho. I thought 26-13. Shit. They had Oregon on the ropes, man. They had Oregon on the ropes, and he gotten teams to the playoffs 3 straight years. And he's won wherever he's been. I mean, South Dakota State as a position coach, offensive coordinator, Montana State, and he's a former Wisconsin guy. So yeah, I mean, they're going to establish the line of scrimmage there in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I mean, his coaching tree is pretty impressive when you think about, some of the guys he's been with, Barry Alvarez, Gary Barnett, and then, I think he was with Choate. Was he with Choate at Montana State in 15? I think he might have been. But he was also at South Dakota State, with all of their success as well. And one of the easiest ways to really look at how well he was is he took over a 4-win Idaho team that hadn't really been doing much. And like a perfect example is that 4-win Idaho team gave up 71 points to conference foe Eastern Washington, right? In year 1, he comes in, he goes 7-5, and he makes the FCS playoffs, loses a heartbreaker of a game to Southeast Louisiana and Cole Kelly and company. But you can tell the developmental, like they can develop players within his program. Giovanni McCoy won the Jerry Rice Award. He was Big Sky Freshman of the Year. He moves on to Oregon State. Now he's at Temple. And the same can be said for a lot of the players that come through his program. I believe Anthony Woods, another one, a running back that he was able to develop there at UCLA, who ends up at UCLA currently, right? He was at Idaho and then he ends up at UCLA. The same, they have a wideout that I believe also went to Arizona State. He's done a good job getting players that were, probably you would be hard pressed to tell me that these guys wouldn't have been P5 players without Jason Eck, in my opinion. So you look at what he did in a short amount of time. And how about the performances against the big programs? I just want to rattle off his 3 years at Idaho. He walks into a kind of a disaster. They lose at Washington State, the Battle of the Palouse, 24-17. And let me tell you, I watched that whole game. That thing was 17-17 the entire fourth quarter. So they barely lost that game. They lost at Indiana the very next week. So playing back-to-back Power Fives. They lost by 13 at Indiana. They were in that game for a decent chunk, right? But I definitely remember the Wazoo game because I was like, oh man, Wazoo's going to lose this fucking game. Then the next year, he went up to Cal and kept it close with Cal Berkeley for a lot of that game. And then last season, they won at Wyoming, one of the harder places to do, or, harder group of 5 home environments. And then at Oregon, like you alluded to, man, that thing was a 17-14 game deep into the fourth quarter. I think this guy's a phenomenal head coach, man. And I'll just say, watch out, man, because I think this guy has a bright future ahead of him. And by the way, those years are all inaccurate. It's 7-5 in 2022, 9-4 in 2023, 10-4 in 2024. So he's gotten better each year. So yeah, man, I'm buying in. You?
I am totally buying in. I think he fits there, man. Like I thought Mendenhall last year established a little bit of culture, toughness, and I think Eck's going to continue it with his brand of football here.
Yeah. Now the offense. I mean, how good is Jason Beck, and why should people be high on Utah?
So I know.
dude, they were a terrible offense the year before. And in year one, Jason Beck takes Devin Dampier and, 24th in scoring offense, 61st in passing offense, second in the nation in rush offense. Jason Beck and Bronco Mendenhall together, fourth in the nation in total offense. Now, none of this really means anything for this season, but he did bring his Idaho OC with him, Luke Schleusner. Great name. And then this is what they return on offense. Just 2 offensive linemen, which I'm sure Eck would actually prefer. If you give him any position, give him the O-line. Richard Pearce, who I got to talk to at media days, and Isaiah Silman. So that's it on the offensive side of the ball. So those stats, I'm just going to tell you this: no way they're going to be a top 5 offense. Just the style of play is different.
Well, yeah, and I mean Dampier's a special talent, and like you said, Big 12 Utah fans are going to find out. So they'll take a step back, but I think they're going to. Their identity is going to reflect Eck. They're going to run the ball.
Well, let's talk about the portal. I have a lot this is going to take a minute. He goes out and brings in his starting quarterback from Idaho, Jack Layne. Now, Layne is coming off of an injury. Last season, actually, dude. I actually think if they stay healthy at the quarterback spot, they might have played for the FCS national championship. But unfortunately, injuries happen, and they actually went 3 deep at quarterback last year. But Jack Layne played really well in the time that we saw, in the time that he was healthy, I should say. Yeah. This is a guy out of Oregon, 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. If you look at his game log, man, I know the disaster game was, the playoff game, Montana State, where they lost 52-19 in Bozeman. But I would just encourage you to look at the against Oregon. I thought he played all right, considering he was so young. This is a guy that, I think could be. I'm assuming he's going to be the starter. Now they also brought in Cole Welliver from UConn. That's a guy. They also have James Lobstein, I believe his name is. So yeah, you got 3 quarterbacks. I'm assuming it's going to be Layne. I asked Jason Eck this on our show, and he said we haven't named a quarterback yet. So great answer. They went out and got Scottre Humphrey at the running back spot from Montana State. If you watch FCS football, Scottre Humphrey is a guy that rushed for just about 1,400 yards last year and 16 touchdowns. He's a beast, and he also went off against this very New Mexico team a year ago, week 0. Damon Bankston comes in from Weber State. DJ McKinney from Sam Houston State. Deshaun Buchanan also from Idaho. All in the backfield. Wide receiver wise, they only go out and get one guy, Keagan Johnson from Kansas State. Now, what do Jason Eck? Oh, you played offensive line at Wisconsin, so I'm assuming you like offensive linemen and tight ends, huh? Holy shit! He brought in 5 tight ends. Dorian Thomas from Arizona, Kean Need from Weber State, Cade Keith from TCU, Aiden Valdez from Campbell, Simon Mappa from the California Golden Bears. Oh, offensive lineman, we got those too. RJ Adams from North Carolina A&T, Tyler Lawrence from Air Force, Caden Robnett from Idaho, Israel Mukwiza from Mercer, Mason Jones from Bucknell, Novell Brown from Alabama A&M. Look, the offense is going to take a step back, but I am intrigued, especially if Layne can stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think this is I think they basically went out and got, well, let me just do the defense first, but I expect regression. How about you?
Well, and I like Layne when he was healthy. 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions last year. But yeah, I think X identity, control the line of scrimmage. He's a Wisconsin guy, and I think their portal additions reflect that.
He even said, I asked him about how the state of things are, and he's like, his dad still lives there, and he goes, they got away from their identity, these Badgers. They got away from their identity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He should be the next head coach.
Well, that's what's dangerous about this, man. The Heartbreak Hotel could happen again.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't. And I don't want to ruin this year's season. This is a preseason episode, but there is a scenario, I believe, where this could be a little tricky. Now, also Lance Leipold could come home. I mean, there's some other candidates, but defensively, Bronco Mendenhall, well, you know, he is a defensive guy, but as he said at media days when I asked him about this, he was like, yeah, we didn't have the guys, the system. We didn't get to where we wanted to get. 129th in scoring defense. Now, granted, it was year one, which is logical. Yeah. 128th in pass defense, 125th in rush defense, charting at the number 130 defense in the nation. But now in comes Spence Nowinski.
That's a name.
That's not the broad that Clinton got caught with. All right. This guy though was at Ohio and Miami, Ohio, and Memphis in his career.
Yeah. Spence
Nowinski coming in. We'll see what he can do, but I'll tell you this. I got a chance to sit down with Gabriel Lopez at Mountain West Media Day, and he is very, very excited at the thought of them not running a 3-3-5 anymore. He was saying it was, you know, you get double teamed every time. He goes, so it's like the whole game you're just going. He goes, now it's like, he goes, I think this is going to be the most exciting defense we have yet. And he stayed the course. He was even there with Danny Gonzalez. Linebacker Demetri Johnson, Randolph Kapai is back as well. That's it. Just 3 starters back on the defensive side of the ball. And here we go again. The portal. Defensive end, Keyshawn James Newby from Idaho. Xavier Slayton from Idaho. If you're counting, I believe that's the 5th guy from Idaho. Darren Agu from Vandy, right? Brian Booker from Texas Southern. Those are all on the D line. Then coach's son, Jackson Eck at the linebacker spot from Idaho comes in. Kaiwan McCray from Rich Rod and Jacksonville State comes in at the linebacker spot. Secondary, Abraham Williams from Idaho comes in. Frankie Edwards from Weber State. If you're keeping track, I believe that's 4 guys from Weber State. Cornerback Jaden Sheridan from Utah Tech. And then I believe they got some safeties as well. Albert Nunez from Northern Iowa.
Love it.
Austin Brawley from Ohio. Safety Chris Gant from North Texas. And long snapper Trey Dubik from South Florida. Man. I'm going to say that this unit will take a jump.
Well, I mean, they can't be any worse.
Well, they could be 4 spots worse, but yeah, I get your point.
But
actually 7 spots or 6 spots worse.
Yeah, how many teams do we have now? But I do agree with you that I like the guys coming up from Idaho and Weber State. I like Eck was at that level. He's seen the talent, and we've seen guys transition from the FCS to the FBS, whether it's Jack State, JMU, Coastal. You go down the list, and they've had success. So I think this defense will be much improved.
Yeah, man. I asked him this, like it's almost like he got an FCS All-Star team. Like to go back through this. If Jack Layne can stay healthy, he was very decent when he was healthy at quarterback. Scottre Humphrey is one of the best running backs in the FCS, right? But also he brings in the Weber State running back, another Idaho running back in Buchanan. The tight ends, Weber State guy, Campbell guy on the offensive line, North Carolina A&T, Idaho, Mercer, Bucknell, Alabama A&M. Then you look at the defense and it's like, okay, Idaho, right? Also Texas Southern with Chris Dishman. Weber State again with Frankie Edwards there. Northern Iowa. So, I mean, definitely attacking the FCS ranks pretty heavily, man. I think the defense will be better. And I also think one of the knocks that I will say to defend their defensive coordinator last season, why am I drawing a blank on his name? He's now at Utah State. But Jason Beck had the offense scoring so fast that it was challenging for the defense. You know what I mean? Like your defense, you're breaking in a brand new defense. You're switching guys all around, right? And then so you're trying to find out who you got on defense, but Dampier is so damn good on offense that you're like, oh, he just had a 75-yard touchdown run. Shit. Yeah. We got to trot the boys back out there. I think they lack depth. So I think those numbers might have not been as bad had they been a little more conservative offensively. Now, I know that sounds stupid because their offense was a top 5 offense. So you just got to get your points where you can. But I think that probably factored into a little bit of it.
Boy, and their schedule was hard. They had road games at Arizona and at Auburn. Those are high-powered offense too. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Folks, what I'll tell you before we get to the schedule and state of the program. I want to tell you the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Basketball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes and $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. Underdog is also a great place to play pick'em. You can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. So sign up, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including the MLB, all the summer sports, CFL, WNBA dildo color, golf, tennis, all that good stuff. All right. And of course, college football futures. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well, even outside of the States. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. And when you do, use the promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And state of the program is your coach. It is your coaches, your staff. It is your roster. It is the transfer portal. It is also your fan base. And one of the things I said in your stadium, I told Jason Eck this. I said, I remember when when Rocky Long had this thing going. I remember they beat Texas Tech with Leach one of those years. And I don't know if it was the Stoney Case era or what. I can't remember. But I know it was fucking lit, right? Basketball gives us the proof.
Yep.
They've had like 9 losing seasons in a row or something, New Mexico. They were close to being 500 last year. But there is proof that this thing works. It's happened in football before. It just was a while ago. Eck could really build something there, and I think he's on to something, man. University Stadium is 65 years young. It should always be called Universal Stadium or University Stadium, not Dream Style bullshit. I like the stadium. Now, I like that look right there. If you've been to the great state of New Mexico, which by the way, I love the state of New Mexico. I think it's one of the more underrated states to go vacation. But I like that style. You see it how it's like that. They have a lot of housing like that in a lot of house like I forget what they're called, but there's a bunch of styles of homes that are in that same type of vein. So I dig that. Now I will say this, talking to some of our guys that cover New Mexico, shout out to the Pit Press podcast and stuff. They want a new state, or they want help with the stadium for whatever, whether it's, and I say it's a classic, just throw your money into it. And I think it will happen. They have a great stadium, in my opinion. It just needs a little bit of an update from what I understand. I haven't been there. I've been outside of it. I've just never been to a game. I like the stadium though. I think look, you got mountains. We're always a sucker for this, right? Like anytime you get this sneaky elevation in Albuquerque, by the way,
love it.
You get the fans. Okay, look, it's been empty. They've been really bad. This isn't from last year. This is from a few years ago. But look at the mountains.
They want to win. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you go back and look. This place used to be fucking packed. The blueprint is there, and I think they hired an athletic director that is going to accomplish these things in football and basketball. Very good AD hire, in my opinion, and he already hired Jason Eck. And what's our boy's name? And from coming over from UC San Diego, that's going to be a great basketball hire too, I think. It's rolling right now, man. Like
like on his name.
Is it Oren?
Oren.
Yeah, Olin. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job at UC San Diego. He's gonna have it rolling. Yeah, Matt in the chat. They have a fucking high elevation. You go play there. Look what that used to be, Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna bring that back. Jason Eck's gonna bring that shit back, man. What do you give the stadium 1 to 10, man? I'm gonna give it a 7. I maybe even an 8. Give me a fucking 8. I like the Mountains. I just think they need a winner right now.
It's like what Matt's saying in the chat. We are suckers for mountains, especially us Mountaineer guys. Matt's a Mountaineer. So, yeah, I'll give it an 8, man. I love the sunset there, sunrise, whatever time of day that was, 40,000 strong. Get a winner. That Albuquerque's going to be rolling. You already laid it out. You already laid it out. The pit rolls, they can get this thing rolling.
Yeah, and Shrubbery's in the left-hand corner. That's always a big thing in the stadium.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Big fan of Shrubbery. If you're listening to this, you're thinking about starting a stadium. Get some Shrubbery going. All right, let's talk about the state of the program because this one was tricky. They've had 9 straight losing seasons, but I believe Bronco Mendenhall, even though he's gone after 1 year,
you got it in the right direction.
That's what I'm saying. I think he started them in the right direction, and I think Jason Eck. Now, my only fear is the other school's coming, but I think if they can get Jason Eck there for just a few years, this thing is going to light up a little bit. And I also think they might benefit from those other teams jumping to the Pac-12.
Yep. I went 6.
Yeah.
I went 6. I think Mendenhall got him in the right direction. I know Lobo fans are pissed that he left. I don't think Eck's going to be 1 and done. I think Eck could be 2 and done or 3 and done, but I like the fit, man. I think Eck's a good fit there.
They did a great video the other day. Did you catch that?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, already leaning into it, man. Like, he's exactly what they need. He's a breath of fresh air, and I think the guy can coach fucking football, and I'm excited for it. So let's jump into the schedule because I do already have a wager week 1. I'm trying to remember the number I got it at.
Oh, they're covering.
Oh, they're covering this. What are they getting? 38, I think it is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
New Mexico at the Big House taking on Michigan and potentially Bryce Underwood's first to ever start.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan's going to win. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But hey, he basically has half of Idaho's team with him. Idaho almost beat Oregon at Oregon last year.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances on 38 points.
Yep. I'm with you. Take the points. Michigan 1-0. New Mexico loses by 17.
Yeah. Week 2, the Idaho State Bengals, who we may be catching in Vegas there. My boy, Cody Hawkins.
How about Eck putting this on the schedule?
I do like this. I do like
old
this.
Vandal wants
We're still going to stick it to him. We're still going to stick it to him.
Because fuck Idaho State. I'm gonna their ass.
Yeah. This will be their first one of the season, man.
Yeah.
So 1-1.
Yep.
Then oh boy. There's potential for a fucking upset here, dude.
Who'd UCLA got the week before?
UNLV is in?
Yeah. At you.
I'm just saying there's potential here, man. Like I'll take UCLA, but I believe this can be a game in the 4th fucking quarter.
Yep.
I think there's a shot here, man. And I don't know how many people are showing up for this one.
Nobody shows up for any of the games. Why would they show up for New Mexico?
Well, they tend to show up a little bit more if it's like, a top 25 team.
With the other fans, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true too. I'll say 1-2, but it would not shock me if this game is 20-20 with 3 minutes left. And Jack Layne and Jason Eck have these boys sweating in Westwood or Pasadena, whatever the fuck you want to say.
What game was that? Was it Bowling Green that gave him fits?
Bowling Green gave him a game, yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA still won, but it was a game. Yeah.
UCLA wins by 10, but it's a game, like you said.
Yeah. So 1-2. They get a bye week. Shout out to the great Rocky Long. Come out of the bye week. And we have the Rio Grande rivalry, which I actually think I've watched this rivalry. I want to say like 25 years straight or something. I have a special bond with this rivalry from Diego pissing Pavia, pissing on New Mexico's midfield. But also just I enjoy the rivalry. They've been playing since 1894, and they truly fucking hate each other. Remember in the basketball, there was a murder
That was great.
One of the basketball players was involved in a murder. He got jumped in Albuquerque.
And then Cam Kerr put him
These, these teams fucking hate each other, and it's great. And guess what? New Mexico is going to beat the shit out of New Mexico State. But it is a rivalry game. So having said that, they win by 10.
Yeah, Lobo. I'm all over the Lobos here, especially off the bye. I think they're tougher than New Mexico. I'm not high on New Mexico State.
I am not either, and it's in Albuquerque, so 2-2. Now here's the bad news. I wish the bye week was after this game instead of before.
What a bullshit schedule these next two games. Oh,
because having to go straight here to the next, in my opinion, to my Mountain West Championship opponents.
Loss.
I have them going to San Jose and they lose, especially because they're off the high of beating their rivals. Then the very next week, they're in Boise.
Jesus Christ. I mean, what kind of schedule is that?
You should have divided the rivalry game. You should have had the bye week after the rivalry game.
Yeah.
Then you can focus on conference play because you will be 0-2 in conference.
Yeah.
So I got them at that point 2-4. How about you?
I'm with you, 2-4. That's brutal.
Shout out to Ron Lowney in the chat. 2-4. Then they are hosting Nevada and Jeff Choate. This game's intriguing. I have New Mexico winning this game and going to 3-4. What are you doing here?
I had Nevada because I'm high on Choate. I'm a big fan of Jeff Choate. I think he's a great coach. I think they're a little bit farther along. I got 2-5 here.
This is a game. It's not like I feel like, hey, New Mexico's going to fuck them up. Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We got Bronco Mendenhall's return, and this is going to be a little – this one will be lit. The crowd will be lit here.
Yeah.
What did I do in the Utah State one? Did I call for a loss?
I don't remember. I'm on the Lobos, though. I think Mendenhall takes a loss going back to Albuquerque. 3-5.
I think I agree with you. So I'm going to say I got him at 4-4. I got him at 4-4. This game is going to be super fucking intriguing. Then after that, they head to that. Unfortunately, it's not Sam Boyd. It's that bullshit NFL stadium. Take on UNLV. It wouldn't shock me if they got this one, but I'll take UNLV.
I took UNLV. I'm with you. I think UNLV's phony, but I agree. 3-6.
Then they get a bye week. Shout out to, I don't know who that is, but it reminds me of Stoney Case. But look, want to tell you that the college football experience is brought to you by Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo, with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DGen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, August 21st to August 23rd. We will be there, the college football experience, doing live shows. So come say what's up. Open bars. What are we doing here, folks? Live shows. Plus, we're going to get you 15% off the Circa stay with the promo code SGP15. The contests are open for everyone, too. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use that promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, Rhythm's power trends are now called smart signals. And look, these are AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model is consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. And let me tell you, their MLB smart signals are crushing it. Mike Trout and Carlos Stanton are a combined 14-0 on smart signals, recommending their unders. Whew. WNBA smart signals, they're fire too. 97-65 in July with a 15.64% ROI. They're so good that Scott and Adam literally were booted off one of their bookie accounts for winning too much money. Download the Rhythm app, check out smart signals, and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Oh, man, they come out of the bye. I
like this spot out of the bye.
Oh, I like this spot too. Colorado State coming in there. November 15th. I got New Mexico upsetting Colorado State, getting that 5th win of the season.
I'm with you. I win number 4 here. 4-6 headed down the stretch. I love the spot off the bye against Colorado. Colorado State's phony too.
Yeah, and they lost a bunch in the portal too. Then a trip to Colorado Springs to take on Troy Calhoun and Air Force. Unfortunately, I don't think they win this one.
I don't either. 4-7 for me.
I got them at 5-6. But the final game of the season, if you listen to our San Diego State preview, I have them winning this game and going bowling. I repeat, I have New Mexico at 6-6 and going bowling. You got them winning this?
I have the Lobos winning this. I think they'll be playing their best ball. I think they win 2 out of 3 down the stretch. I got them 5-7 for the over.
And then the win total is 3.5. You're a game and a half on the over. I am 2.5 wins on the over, and I feel pretty damn confident. The only way this doesn't hit is if Jack Layne gets injured at the quarterback spot. I am locking up the over 3.5. If you can find, some exact wins, I think it's interesting. But yeah, I'm all over this, man. I think honestly, like, even if they lost that game to Utah State, I think they could still get UNLV. They could still get UCLA. They're capable of upsetting some of these teams. So
I think it comes down to they're going to beat Idaho State. Can they win 3 out of 5 against New Mexico State, Nevada, Utah State, Colorado State, and San Diego State at home? I think they can.
Dude, here's what I like.
They can win all those games. Those are all toss-up games.
These FCS guys all have a chip on their shoulder. He basically got an all FCS team. He really did. Like, he went out and got majority of an all FCS team. I think they're going to have a chip on the shoulder, and I think they're going to want to win. And I also think he's a very good coach. So I think all that blends together. I think this team is going. To me, I will say their ceiling is 7-5. I'm not going much. Their ceiling, like, if everything goes right, would be 7-5.
Yeah, because if you go to the schedule, they could go 6-0 at home because every game's a toss-up, and then maybe steal one on the road. I agree. That's the ceiling.
Yeah. And what's the floor? Like 3-9? Layne gets injured or something?
Idaho State and maybe 2-10.
Yeah. I think 3-9. I'm on the over. Ron Lowney's in the over. He's a big Sky fan through and through. He's been watching these boys. Let's go. Myron Kidd saying New Mexico 6 wins plus 120. Well, how about this? The over under on 3.5 wins, I believe, is juiced to plus 130.
Let's go.
Over 3.5 wins plus 130. FanDuel. All over this one. All right. Jump in, bet the hell out of this. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite ones, I think, on the board. You'll hear this on the Locks Pod, folks. All right, that's our show. If you're looking at the bird's eye view of the schedule, there it is. But we will be back tomorrow at noon with the Fighting Illini preview. I'm going to hop on VSiN in about 20 minutes talking best plays. Jump over to VSiN, check us out. And don't forget, tomorrow we have a slew of episodes, an absolute slew of episodes. We're going to be talking Illinois. We're going to be talking UConn. We're going to be talking Ole Miss. And if all goes well, we'll be also talking the Baylor Bears. There's a chance that could be Sunday at noon, but we're going to try to get this in tomorrow night. Baylor is the fringe one, but New Mexico, UConn, Ole Miss, those are all happening. Subscribe to the College Football Experience as we break down all 136 teams in the FBS. Enjoy the slideshow on the way out. This is the College Football Experience, Lobo style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins. Over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found. Until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. I start the program and the doorbell ring. I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be, ain't from the crew but I'm honorary. Liquid, soul assassin, psycho harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.
It's the revenge of our stealth, the intelligence plane. Armor, a manifestation of karma. The far left, low keys, let it be. Listen, whispering words of wisdom. Ghost dog, breathe in the shadow of leaves. Same darkness hides criminals, crooks, and thieves. Special forces, black ops. Bad brains, fishbone, black rock. Matter of fact, Chuck Berry and James Brown. But most of the true story can't be found. Unchained melodies inscribed in freestyle. I rock rhyme mosaics more potent with each style. Crack the system more open with each file. Upgrades and free hotels with these miles. Expansion team dilated peoples in town. If there's a better sound, then it can't be found.
My celly's off so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain.